It's been roughly 11 days since we've been out this door. There used to be a puddle right there. Since then it snowed about another 30 inches or so. And slight dripping. We are on the backside of a very wet weather system crossing New England. Actually, it's more than crossing New England. It stretches from southeastern Canada down practically to Cuba. This is called a full latitude trough, and it's bringing buckets of rain just to our east. So it's not raining this moment from Cape Cod to eastern Maine, and it's not raining in the Champlain Valley to here at Mount Mansfield, where there's a lot more snow on the ground than there was on March 1st. And it's soft snow too. We did not get down to freezing last night. Temperature's about 35. And so it's on the verge of being corn snow. We need to refreeze it now that we're having a thaw. And that's gonna happen tonight. There'll be a refreeze, and we're gonna have great corn skiing this weekend, although it's gonna be firm and fast each morning. So flood watches are in effect across much of eastern New England. This rain, some of the guidance has showed it changing to snow tomorrow, but I think the snow is minimal until we get to about eastern Maine. Talked about that after I come back from skiing a few runs this morning, get 10,000 feet before breakfast. And the ride up yesterday, we came through New Hampshire with alto cumulus castellanus, and then a couple of convective towering cumulonimbus. So that was an exciting ride. And then we saw a lot of snow on the ground. There's more snow on the ground down by Sunapee, at least at lower elevations, than there is here. So that's what that looks like. This is what this looks like. They did the pruning of the shrubs back around March 1st. And they got snowed on, and they're still fine. And bare spots starting to show up again here. And there will be a snowstorm next week. But not so much now. Talk to you in a second. Now. Ready? More.
What you looking for, T-Rex? Ah, yeah. TK made some chicken soup. It's spicy, too. It's a natural decongestion.
And I've been back from several hours of skiing. It was quite fun. The snow is nice and soft because it softened up, but it didn't refreeze yet. So now there is going to be a refreeze, and we're going to go into corn snow over the weekend. We are fortunate here in northern Vermont to be missing the torrential rain, which is impacting much of Maine. I talked about it this morning. Flood advisories in effect in eastern Maine. It's raining, in some cases, a quarter to a half inch per hour on the areas that got so much beautiful snow. Just, let's see, Saturday, so just 5 days ago. Now, it snowed here also, but not as much as over there. And we have dripping. It's about 37 degrees, but it's just right to keep the snow soft. And the fog has been coming and going. Very dense fog up there. I made some videos this morning. Of course, I made some videos this morning. So this storm, there's been some teasing going on that it was going to snow tomorrow. So I'm going to go to one of the biggest teases was the NAM. Yesterday was trying to print the snowstorm out for I-93 right down to Cape Cod and much of Maine. All right, well, it corrected itself, and now it makes sense. Here it is. There's the rain. That's the green is the rain. Now, there is snow mixing in. Stop it right there. Wait a minute. Cape Cod tomorrow morning, 15Z, 15 minus 4 now. That's 11 a.m. It says that there may be some snowflakes coming out of those clouds. I don't think so. But anyhow, you know it's going to be getting colder as we have dual cold fronts going by, and then put that back into motion. There's an additional low-pressure system that's forming, and that's going to be in the Gulf of Maine tomorrow night, actually just east of the Gulf of Maine, and there may be some heavy snow in parts of eastern Maine. All right, so now let's look at that from a different perspective. I've been showing this quite a few times here. This is the what's called the tropical sector on pivotalweather.com, and it shows you out over the ocean, and that's where you can see that low deepening, still not quite as strong as yesterday and not quite as close to Maine. So it is slowing, but not really wobbling back. So if there is blizzard conditions, it will be brief, and it will be from Houlton, Maine into New Brunswick, Canada. That would be tomorrow night, early Saturday. Otherwise, we're just going to have drying and colder air coming in, but it's not so simple. There's another wave. Look at that little wave coming in here Saturday night, early Sunday. There could be some mixed precipitation, very light at Easter sunrise. Looks kind of cold,
be probably frosty up here, and hopefully most of our Easter sunrises will be dry. I think that is going to be the case. And then Easter Day, I think we'll clear it out. And in a case like this now, with this kind of cold air advection, it's going to be much colder in the mountains and warmer by the ocean with an offshore flow. So sort of opposite of what we experienced the first part of this week. Look at that, lift line is open. They did minimal grooming last night because it was kind of warm. But skiing is just gorgeous right now. Lift line is open. There are some bare spots showing up. Danny, I was skiing with today, pointed out that the ground wasn't really frozen this winter before the snow started, but we're really getting paid back here in March, and everyone's asking, what's going to happen next week, TK? And I'm saying, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have another storm. It's going to snow in a lot of spots, but who and where? We saw that ridiculous front of the GFS yesterday, and I don't need to rehash that. And also I said, look at the euro. Let's add up the Monday euro and the Tuesday euro and the Wednesday euro and divide by 3. And that's what exactly it looks like today. I really think that today's run of the euro makes sense with the warm front coming into southern New England, a series of waves coming across the country, ejecting out of strong storms coming off the Pacific. And the first one brings some rain and snow mixed, and then another wave comes across from Ohio. Now, you don't see stronger low pressure in Ontario this time. You see stronger low pressure near the south coast of New England. That keeps us on the colder side. And look at the dark blue. That's heavy snow wrapping around another low that comes up, almost 3 lows going by Monday night, Tuesday night, into Wednesday. It almost looks like a wayward polar vortex around here next Wednesday. So somebody is getting feet of snow next week. And if that guidance is right, it could be very close to here. And there is potential with such low thicknesses, cold air, that we may have some kind of almost April-type superstorm. I'm hesitant to say, but blizzard, it's not out of the question. Now, I don't see it in the guidance right now, but all the ingredients are there. Cold air coming down from the north, the slingshot low-pressure trough in the southwest, ejecting one storm after another, coming up into almost a wayward polar vortex. Here is the 10-day coming out of the Euro last night. This is last night's run. You can see the heaviest snow does fall in much of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and that includes some of that from tomorrow. And then late next week, it looks like we try to warm up, but it's still a very active pattern. Now we're getting close to that April 8th Monday, which is now less than 2 weeks away. I see people getting in all kinds of trouble trying to tweet forecasts for that. So I'll leave that alone for now. And I'll leave you with some more traveling up and discovering the snow and fog and downpours yesterday. We drove through some convection, and very fortunate here that we're missing the rain today. So more from yesterday and this morning skiing. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Electra Baltic. That's a big one. And the pilot comes on board and is in the bridge of the ship and guided by 2 tugboats. Justice. And what's the other one? Freedom. And this gorgeous midday, Wednesday, March 27th, between the 2 fronts. It's really calmed down. And we've got sunshine. Look how high the sun is in the sky. All right, getting in the car now. Our bridge goes up, and the tanker goes under the bridge, which is just around the corner. But that's a steep turn to the left coming up here in a second. Are those altocumulus castellatus? Are we gonna have a thunderstorm in the next 24 hours? 3 o'clock, almost out of Massachusetts. 60 degrees, what a turnaround. We're in the warm air advection. Going out of Manchester, starting to see some snow on the ground and a lot of convective activity. Even what looks like a TCU over the other side of those clouds. So here we are, returning to winter with springtime convection right over there. There we go. Suddenly in Bow, New Hampshire that is, snow in Bow. It's gonna get deeper as we go north. I think I'll spare you. Maybe I'll get a video of Whaleback, otherwise next stop Vermont. Wow, I changed my mind. Look at those sky waves. It's sheer, undulating, almost asparagus, altocumulus. Love waves. Convective raindrops here in
Springfield, New Hampshire, the I-89 corridor, deep snow, 43 degrees. This is actually a cold. Nice inversion, 39 degrees coming around the corner toward Whaleback. Open it back up. Look at it. There's definitely some tracks in there. Now we're past the zone where the deepest snow fell. Still some fat raindrops. Going through some really dense fog. Yeah, about that fog. Here it is again. More in the valleys. An inversion. Temperature equals dew point. Snow on the ground makes it colder. High dew point. Cold ground. Fog. A lot of melting. No avalanche danger today. Perfect sugaring this weekend. New cold air is coming in. So pretty. Are we on the other side of the cold front? That's the question. This keeps getting more and more pretty. It's gorgeous. Happy to be back. Never gets old. Turning to the mountains. Wow. Look at the cloud coming over the top there. It's like it's on fire. Just gorgeous. All right. Did you feel that? It's actually a tiny bit of rain coming down from the sky right here. How's that possible? I just felt the raindrop.
That doesn't look like a rain cloud. Looks like a fire cloud.
Oh wow, look at how fast the clouds are moving.
That's a, we've got some vertical shear in the atmosphere. The nose is on fire.
The chinny chin is on fire too.
Just can't stop. It keeps getting better. Wow. More and more and more. Good night, everybody. I mean, good day. 8:05, going into the cloud. Just a tiny bit of drizzle. You can see the buds swelling on the maple trees. Perfect maple sugaring this weekend.
And the snow did not firm up last night, but it is going to tonight with the front coming in. Actually, two cold fronts, and the rain's traveling between the two cold fronts. And we traveled hours and hours to be on this lift this morning. Let's see, it's about the same coverage here as when I last was here. So the fact that that last snowstorm was so powdery, it shrunk and melted a bit. This trail may or may not be open. Can't really see that much. But at least it's not pouring rain here. Better that it wasn't in focus. It was grueling. Center line, squishy. Not that slippery, big bumps.
Carl in the orange, he's following them. I think they're going to a dance-off. Dance-off at noon. 3 hours away, though. Yeah, a tad swampy, but that'll freeze up nicely. March 28th, Thursday. Enjoy your Thursday. MLB opening day. Go Yankees. Go Sox.
Sox are actually in Seattle. They play at like 10:45 tonight.
Ski backwards. Nice.
Ed, I'm supposed to be meeting people.
So we got a fancy gondola here. Is art on the outside of it?
We were in it yesterday.
The artist's name is Jim Harris. The Gondola Gallery by
Same one we were in yesterday.
It's a VIP car.
VIP. Very important people's in here.
Oh yeah.
We were all texting. Oh, we got important.
I should
messages.
over with.
So there's a cloud below the cloud, and we got a layer of clear here above some fog and below some other fog. This is the chin of Mount Mansfield up there. It's about 10 o'clock. Good crowd, great snow. It's nice and soft. And granite outcropping. Look at those trees up there. All right, here comes the art. Soft snow. It's great to see. The fog lifted. Look, there's fog below us and there's fog above us. See? Breakfast time for real now. For real.
We'll get some of you guys skiing too.
Where am I going?
You follow the lady in purple. Isn't it neat how we're below a cloud and above a cloud right now?
That's magenta. That's not purple.
What is it?
Colors.
Fuchsia?
Did you point out?
It's dangerous up there. Look at the mountain's kind of on fire.
Neat, huh?